2020 was no less than a thriller movie in itself. The craziest part? Most of the events that took place in 2020 had been already predicted by movies and the famous TV show, The Simpsons. Take COVID-19 for instance, even the name had been predicted by the show years before. Hello, movie buffs! This is your guy Heisenberg, and you're watching The Watch Culture. In today's episode, we're going to discover things that will happen in 2021 according to the movies. Will it be what the movie 2012 had predicted? Let's find out. But before we hop into the details, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share this video with your friends. Earth might get destroyed by a meteor. We all know that the Earth will get destroyed by a meteor at some point, so one better be prepared for it this year. Considering the surprises 2020 gave us, Seeking a Friend for the End of the World is only one of a few films about the extinction of the universe. Lorene Scafaria directed this dystopian drama about two neighbors, played by Steve Carell and Keira Knightley, before she was to head hustlers, who venture out to find closure before an asteroid is set to kill all life in 3 weeks. It's bittersweet, if not necessarily a glimpse of the future that's hopeful. At least this one has a cute dog as well. Aliens will invade and want to kill us. What will come after a locust attack? Aliens coming up? Well, why not? If it's not a planet-wiping comet, it may as well be an alien. Hazardous beings with highly sensitive ears have invaded Earth in this similarly dire version of 2021 and will destroy any being who makes any noise, forcing what remains of mankind to live in silence. Well, we're not saying anything. This movie, A Quiet Place, did. Maybe it's all in the climate. Weathering with You, the acclaimed anime feature, was an outstanding success and became Japan's highest-grossing film of 2019. But it's also a highly nuanced take on the climate crisis. Rather than predicting the apocalypse, the film examines how our daily lives could be gradually influenced by severe weather changes. In Weathering with You, due to never-ending rainfall, Tokyo is flooded, dampening the morale of the entire city. Maybe this vintage film will be the one. Moon 02, made in 1969, retains the crown with the longest distance between the date of release and 2021. The moon is in the process of being colonized in the British Moon West as a greedy businessman tries to cultivate precious metals from an asteroid. Honestly, we might see it happening, judging from how well we're actually handling the world. And while it's not set in 2021, Ad Astra presents an oddly plausible vision of what an airport would look like on the moon. Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos? Who? Maybe it's not all so apocalyptic, unless you're a misogynist. When it comes to cinema's forecast for 2021, it's not just bad news. Charlize Theron plays a former Secretary of State in the delightful Longshot, who successfully runs for president, while her husband, played by Seth Rogen, becomes the First Minister. Still, with its real-life similarities, the rom-com does not really pretend to be discreet, as Bob Odenkirk plays a former TV star turned president, while Andy Serkis portrays a media executive seeking to manipulate the election. But Longshot is probably the most utopian portrait of 2021, with a happy ending and a female president.
Deal with it, America.
Or perhaps this mockumentary has the future predicted for us. The mockumentary by comedian Simon Amstel is a funny take on the country's relationship with veganism. Set in 2067, when the whole of the UK is vegan and it's illegal to consume meat, referred to as carnism. Carnage tells the revisionist history of how the standard will become veganism. Carnage has perhaps the most eerily prophetic view of the future, despite being published just a few years ago in 2017. In the 2021 version of the film, climate change is getting exponentially worse due to meat consumption, and the country is ravaged by a pandemic of swine flu. Huh? Yikes. Artificial intelligence taking over. With its dystopian prediction made while the internet was still in its fancy, The Keanu Reeves starring sci-fi flick is pretty outlandish at first sight, but a closer analysis shows some subtle similarities to life today. It's no longer possible to move data in 2021, as our information is open to large companies. Enter Johnny, a courier with the ability to use a computer in his brain to store confidential data. Yeah, it's zany and really 90s, but it's safe to say that Johnny Mnemonic isn't too far off, if a little hyperbolic, with constant reports of data breaches and hacks. Well, the future is yet a mystery, and one could predict all he wants, but we won't know unless it actually happens. Hang on tight, you guys, because even if the movies predicted the entire apocalypse for us, we still got that hope of good things happening to this planet and mankind. If you like this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos in the future. Also, hit the bell icon to stay up to date and be the first one to watch our latest videos.